After leaving a party at a woman's virgin vault, Matthew is trapped in an elevator with an unknown and unseen woman when the power goes out. Matthew and this unknown wakes up in the morning. Still in the elevator, he finds himself alone with a pair of her panties. On a mission to find his mystery maiden by finding a matching bra for the panties, Matthew becomes the maintenance boy at the virgin vault. He releases mice, goes room to room, setting traps. He convinces the panicked woman to leave the room and then starts to look for a match. This does not prove successful and he continues to break things in an effort to find his woman. He also fixes the television set, which is greatly received by women. He refers to as Jane Tees as they have a great interest in movies adapted from the book Jane Austen. He does not get much help from his roommate Rod, who keeps telling him to give up, and together they philosophize about women and men. Rod tells him that he does not need a girlfriend and that it's futile to try to find a matching bra for the panties, and Matthew accuses him of being too machismo. Early on, he watches a woman named Patty and her boyfriend Craig fight. Craig is the epitome of the macho man stereotype with his concealed attitude and abusiveness. He wears a ponytail, a manicured goatee, male makeup, and chews nicotine gum. Much to Matthew's dismay, Matthew tries to save Patty. Searching one room, Matthew finds himself trapped in the bathroom when the occupant returns. Matthew is attacked by Wendy until she recognizes him as the high school classmate. Wendy decides to help Matthew in his quest to find his mystery maiden. Later we learn that she is also looking for a woman because she is a closeted lesbian. Along his quest, we learn that his nervousness he had to talk with girls. He gets scrutinized by Arnie and his teacher, Mrs. Stern, about how females are more dominant than males. Arnie undermines him and beats him at foosball, and Mrs. Stern preaches about how the female gender is much dominant than men and they should be in command of the world. Rod even tells Matthew that he is a chicken and should just give up on girls, while Matthew tells him that he has never been able to speak to girls, especially to Cynthia. In addition to searching by hand, Matthew puts an advertisement in the school newspaper to meet him in the basement on Thursday night. He ends up sitting in a dark room every Thursday night just waiting for her to show up. The door opens one night and he thinks it will be her, but it turns out that it's just Wendy checking up on him. Then one night the mystery maiden shows up only to tell him to stop looking for her. Despite the end of semester approaching, Matthew isn't deterred and disguises himself in drag to keep searching. In drag, he is actually able to talk to Cynthia one-on-one, which otherwise would not have been possible. Matthew appeals to his mystery maiden by proclaiming his love for her to the whole virgin world. Afterwards, he determines his mystery maiden is Patty, the same one he has had sex with since the elevator incident. She initially rejects him because she thinks he only sees her as some slut. Greg sees that Matthew wants Patty, but Matthew says that he will have him arrested for sexually assaulting him. Not too much later on, Patty wants to Matthew after he tells about his undying love for her. In the end, Aaron and Wendy ends up together, and Rod and Dora intentionally are put in the same situation as Matthew wasn't by Matthew himself. They end up together as well. Cynthia shows off her newly found martial art abilities, and Mrs. Stern learns a valuable lesson on gender equality as Matthew stands up in front of the class to an unanimous ovation. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.